What's up, family? What's up? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm not feeling good today, but man, come on in. Man, we're gonna have a intimate live today. I'm gonna scoot the chair back some. Man, we're gonna go in today. Give you guys a minute to get up in here before we get going. Come on in, family. Man, we're man, on behalf of my mother-in-law, man, I bless each and every one of you that are on the live. Man, we're talking about man, just brain fart. I don't even know what we're talking about today. Yeah, I do. Lost the title. Pursuing happiness and our tribe. And it's a trip because you know what? I was just on a coaching session last night with a young lady, and it just reminded me so much of what I want to talk about today. You know, family, there's a lot of people struggling right now. There's a lot of people struggling right now. You know, and a lot of times it has to do with family issues. You know, do with our parenting, the way we was raised, and just all of that. You know what I mean? The lack of parenting that we received, and it has a way of messing us up, and we don't realize how much it's messed us up. And if you listen to my videos over a while, it's a lot of what I talk about. You know what I mean? That's a lot of what we talk about here on this channel. And there's a person by the name of Paul Morbidelli who reached out to me early January, I believe it was December, I think it was, and said he wanted to do a logo for the channel, and that comes in perfect alignment with what we're talking about. He drew it up, and I didn't have any input in it, and he sent it to me, and man, it talking about being in alignment. You know what I mean? Stay with me. I'm just laying the foundation before we get going, and it's gonna get rough for some of us. You know what I mean? It's gonna get rough for some of us, but it is what it is. I'm talking about being in alignment. You're talking about tracing our tribe or finding our tribe. You know what I mean? Because the reality is we grew up in these toxic families, you know, and we're not understanding who we are or why we're here, and we're trying to fit in and be accepted by these toxic people. Not even understanding that's not part of our spiritual tribe. Not even understanding, man, there's more to life than just these people. But we've been taught to hate ourselves because the way that they treated us. You know what I mean? And the whole time God, source, universe is trying to show us, hey, you're here for a reason. You're here for a much larger reason. Disconnect from these people, but we don't know how to disconnect from these people. Disconnect from this negativity. Disconnect from this self-hate. Man, you got a purpose here, but you got to get in connection with me. Going back to Paul. Paul drew this picture. I'm going to reach back here and grab it. I don't have a frame for it. Just picked it up from the post office this week. What's up with you, Libra Love? And we're gonna go get a frame for this and put this up. Today, I do have it on the PDF, so I will change the picture of the channel. I think it's a picture of me and the Queen. I'm gonna change the picture to this picture right here. I wish I had a frame for it already so you guys could see it a lot better, but man, it is what it is. Paul drew this picture. Man, we're blessed and thankful for this picture, Paul. Man, it's a beautiful picture, and this represents this tribe. This is this tribe. You know what I mean? Again, Paul Morbidelli, man, family, just tell them bless you, tell them thank you, tell them namaste, tell them we love you, and man, you know, again, this is the picture, this is the logo for this tribe. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna read to you guys what it symbolizes and what it means. Let me just put this back up. And this is still talking about, pursuing happiness in our tribe. And so I was talking to him. As soon as I got the picture from him, I knew what it represented to me. I knew what it signified to me. And I was like, okay, well, what does it mean to you? Because I want to see if it has the same meaning. And again, talking about our connection, talking about being in alignment with Source, talking about our soul tribe. You know what I mean? The people that we're here, that God has put here on this planet to be in our lives. You don't have to know these people right off the rip. You know what I mean? You may not be in the same country. You may not be in the same continent. You know what I mean? The same ethnicity. None of that stuff matters. You know what I mean? But your soul tribe will arrive when you're ready. When you're ready to begin your journey. And so I was talking to him about it. And so this is the symbolism of the picture. I'm just going to read to you guys what it symbolized, and then we're going to get going. But this ties into what we're talking about, pursuing happiness and pursuing our soul tribe, or pursuing our tribe. The sun in the background symbolizes the source, God, the light. The black and turquoise butterfly symbolizes the Chinese name that I have. The Chinese name that I have is Lu Wen, and it in the picture, when you write the name out in hieroglyphics, it stands for not it stands for, but there's a butterfly character in my name, Lu Wen. Um, as well as it represents, you guys heard me talk about a lot, from caterpillar to butterfly. And so this butterfly represents the finished product of our journey going from a caterpillar, the toxic negativity, the low vibrating frequency that we come into this beautiful, majestic butterfly. You know what I mean? Um, Saying that, man, the journey is worth the pain, it's worth the transformation, it's worth the loneliness, it's worth all that we have to go through in order to become this beautiful, epic butterfly. That's why we came here. You know what I mean? And the turquoise means that it's means this tribe is protected by God. And it's a trip because I'm part Native American and I wear a lot of turquoise. And turquoise does represents protection. You know what I mean? And so I wear a lot of turquoise that represents my Native American ancestry. That's why I wear it. Just a reminder of my ancestry. Because when you look at me, you don't see that, oh yeah, he has Native American, and you just say, oh yeah, he's black. You know what I mean? But I'm part Native American, two different tribes. That's important. Stay with me. And so the Chinese symbol for family, this represents, of course, the word family, um, but it also has two meanings. One for the love of the culture, because I do love the Chinese culture. Because, man, in a past life, I believe that I came from China. You know what I mean? I believe that I was in China. Um, Different story. Um, but it also represents the fact that, man, family is family, no matter what color, no matter what ethnicity, no matter, color, creed, or anything. We're all one. We're all one family. You know what I mean? And if we could just learn that and stop this stupid divisive crap, you know what I mean? I shared a video on social media yesterday. It's actually the Michael Jackson halftime show from 1993, and it intrigues me, man, that it was the 30th year, from that time frame, since that video came out, and it was all about unity. That video is all he talked about, all he sung about was unity. Man, we come together as one. As one, regardless of our color, regardless of our religious beliefs, or any of that other stuff. If we could just come together as one and stop the foolishness. You know what I mean? And here, 30 years later, we still ain't grown the hell up. We still ain't learned the lesson. We still have not acknowledged the fact that we have so many divisive rhetoric that keeps us at each other's throats, keeps us tearing each other down. You know what I mean? Um, the single feather, as a trip, because he didn't know this, I have a feather coming down each one of my calves. Again, going back to my Native American ancestry, I have a feather coming down each one of my calves, attached to a bear claw. And that's significant for me because it represents the two different Indian tribes that I'm from. On one side, it represents the Cherokee side, which is my father's side. And on the other side, it represents the Blackfoot side, which is my mother's side. So, and so in the picture he drew, he has this one single feather coming down, and on both of my calves, I have one single feather that looks just like it coming down. Um, the butterfly has a heart chakra, again, which is for self love, empathy for others, and forgiveness, God within, God without. Because without forgiveness and self love, you can't have those things for others. And it's a trip because, man, on this channel, we talk all about love. We talk about loving ourselves, valuing ourselves. You know what I mean? And so, what does all this got to do? I'm sure you guys the poster again. What does this poster have to do with what we're talking about today as far as chasing our tribe and chasing happiness? Um, Man, Paul, I just want to say, man, I love you, brother. I love this picture. I love this logo. Man, I couldn't ask for anything else or anything better to represent, this tribe and who I am as a person. Um, and so, yeah, this is epic to me. And so we're gonna go look for a frame. And it's a trip because I got that, and this is my birthday weekend. You know what I mean? This is my birthday weekend. I'll be 53 on Tuesday, and so, man, I'm excited. Couldn't come at a better time. Um, and it came the week of Valentine's week. You know what I mean? So, man, bless you, Paul. I appreciate you. I love you, brother. What does that got to do with what we're talking about today? Family, we spend so much time trying to chase relationships with our family. We spend so much time trying to have relationships with our moms, relationships with our fathers, and we've been so tainted by these people. You know what I mean? We've been so tainted by people we fell in love with, our ex-boyfriend, our ex-husband, wife, girlfriend, whatever, baby mama, baby daddy, whatever dramas we got going on. Man, we've been so tainted by being in relationships with these people, and we don't understand that, man, who we are. And because we've been tainted by these people, man, we have this misconception of who our real tribe is. We have no understanding of who our tribe is. And that's why we hook up with the people we hook up with. We have no understanding of who our tribe is. And that's why we're so fascinated and so stuck on trying to be accepted and loved by these people that ain't really part of our spiritual tribe. They're just part of the tribe that brought your ass into the world. And that was it. They did their job. That's all that they were here to do, was to transport your ass into this planet. You know what I mean? That's all they were here for. They're your relatives, they're not your tribe. They're your relatives, but they're not your family. There's a difference. There's a major difference in family and relatives. There's a major difference in tribe and relatives. There's a difference. So your tribe is, man, those who you spiritually connect with. Those who you're at one with. Those who are pushing you to reach your full potential. Those who see the full potential inside of you. I'll share a story with you guys. And I'm sure the great majority of you didn't know this. I love history. I love researching people who've quote unquote became very successful in life, and because I want to see the beginning. I want to understand the beginning. We're talking about chasing pursuing happiness and our tribe. Stay with me. And so when you go back, there's no greater luxury item as far as bags than like Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton is expensive as crap. That's like top tier stuff. When you hear Coach Prime talking about, man, I got my bags packed, I'm bringing my bags with me, and they Louis, he's talking about Louis Vuitton. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so go back and look at the history of Louis Vuitton. When you look at the person Louis Vuitton, the reason why I like this stuff is because every family didn't come into this world successful the way they are. Every family didn't come into this world as rich as they are. Somebody had to break the cycle. Somebody had to stand up and go against the grain. Somebody had to go up and say, I got to do what I got to do. I don't care if y'all don't like me. I don't care if y'all don't want to fuck with me. I don't care if y'all cut me off. I'm here to do something. I'm here on a mission. I'm here on a journey. And I'm going to do what I came here to do. And so when you look at the story of Louis Vuitton, It's a trip because so often we think our lives is tragic. So often we think, man, we had it rough. And so Louis Vuitton was born at like 1800, 1820, 1821 or something like that, right? I want to say like 1820, 1821. And so at the age of 10, his mama died. And a few years later, shortly after his mama died, his daddy died. It said that Louis Vuitton didn't really go to school. He had to stay at home and help the family on the ranch, on the farm. So he didn't have much education. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. He didn't have much education. He went to this adoptive lady. This lady adopted him. And some stories said age 13, some stories said age 14. Either way, age 13 or age 14, Louis Vuitton said, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm not trying to stay here no more. Him and his adopted mom was always fighting, always at odds with each other. And Louis Vuitton said, man, I can't do this. I'm out. I'm not doing this farming stuff. I'm not doing this. And it said that he walked almost 300 miles as a 13, 14-year-old kid to get to Paris because he had a dream of what he wanted to do. And he wanted to make these boxes for the rich people, right? He wanted to make boxes so they could put their clothes and stuff in. And so, but he had to get there. He had to get to Paris. That was his dream. I got to get to Paris. I'm way out here in bumfuck nowhere. I got to walk almost 300 miles to get there. And as a 13, 14-year-old kid, just try to imagine that. We ain't walking 5 miles. Most of us ain't walking a mile. We'll jump in a bus to go a mile. We'll get an Uber to take us down the block. So this 13, 14-year-old kid, Louis Vuitton, is like, man, it's me against the world. My mama's gone, my daddy's gone. I have no siblings, it's just me against the world. I'm this tiny kid in this grown man world. I didn't come here to work as no slave on no farm. I didn't come here to feed chickens, to feed goats and cows and pigs, to slang slop. No, that's not why I came here, to go get freaking eggs every morning. If I gotta walk this journey all by myself as this kid, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what's out there, but I'm gonna walk my ass. If I gotta walk my ass all the way to Paris, that's what I'm gonna do. And he stopped along the way and got odd and end jobs that help him make it to Paris. Why am I talking about that? Because Louis Vuitton understood, man, my past, my mama, my daddy, this lady that adopted me, man, this ain't who I am. This ain't my tribe. This ain't where I belong in life. As a little kid, he understood that. Most of us in our 30s and 40s and 50s, we still ain't never learned that crap. We still stuck in this blood is thicker than water crap. Man, I gotta stay with my family and ride with my family and woo-doo-doo, ride with my relatives and da-da-da-da-da. And I know they ain't shit. They smoking, drinking, partying, stealing, hoeing, and da-da-da banging and all this other stupid ass shit that they do. But I gotta ride with my family. I gotta ride with my loved ones. Even if I go down with them, I'm riding with them. We grew up in this hood and we all gonna die in this hood. Ain't nobody graduated college. Ain't nobody ever bought their own house. Ain't nobody ever moved up out the projects. Man, we just all stuck here. Stay with me. And so Louis Vuitton is like, oh, hell nah. No. You got me twisted. I know this was my mama and I was born way out here. I know this is my daddy and I was born way out here. I know this lady adopted me because I was an orphan and she adopted me and took me in. I'm not kissing her ass and bowing down to her to be who she want me to be, because that's not who I came here to be. I'm gonna say it again. Louis Vuitton is a little kid. His mama died at 10. His daddy died shortly after. He's an orphan and this lady adopts him. And he's struggling and fighting with this lady. He's raised on the farm. I'm not doing this shit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I got dreams. There's a purpose to why I'm here. And it's not to stay on this bumfuck country ass ranch. It's not to stay here out here with the cows and the pigs. It's not to be accepted by you people. You people have no ambition and drive in life. No, I didn't come here for this bullshit. And see, the trip is, a lot of times our family, they'll get mad at us because we have drive, because we have ambition, because there's a sense of purpose to us. Man, we want more than what they have. And lots of family will get pissed at you. Relatives, they'll get pissed at you. Oh, you think you somebody. You think you important. You think you better than us. And da. Oh, you too good for this. And oh, you damn right I am. Yes, I'm too good to be in the fucking hood. Yes, I'm too good to live with fucking roaches and all this other bullshit. Yes, I'm too good to live 50 people deep in this ragged ass tore down fucking apartment. Ain't nobody fucking working. Ain't nobody bringing no fucking money in. We living off the fucking government. Yes, I'm too good for this shit. Call it what the fuck it is. And if that makes you hate me because I want more out of life, then fucking hate me. I don't care. If that makes you disown me because you think I'm arrogant and I'm sedity and I'm bougie and all this other stuff because I want more out of life than living with fucking roaches, man, hate me. I don't give a damn. Cut me off. You ain't got shit to offer me no ways. Only thing you have to offer me is I don't want to be like you. Not that I think I'm better than you. I just don't want your fucking life. I understand I have my own life. And I want more out of life than what you have. I want more out of life than what you settled for. If you're mad at me because of that, that's your issue. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That's really your low self-esteem. That ain't got shit to do with me. I want more out of life. I want to find my true tribe. I want to find my purpose. And my purpose is not sitting here being like you. So often as parents, we want our kids to do what we do. So often as parents, we want our kids to follow in our footsteps. And we don't understand, we're limiting them. We're stunting their growth and development. I used to tell my kids all the time, I'm going to be damn pissed at you if you motherfuckers turn out like me. Tell my sons all the time, y'all better not be like me. You better be better than me. You don't have a fucking choice. You better be better than me. Why? Because I made all the fucking mistakes. You're standing on my fucking shoulder. You should be able to go a lot further in life than I did. You should have accomplished a whole lot more in life than what I did. I fought battles you ain't never had to fight. I've gone through shit you never had to experience. So you should be able to learn from my mistakes. You should be able to learn from my experiences and stand on my shoulders and go so much further. Every generation needs to be able to go further. Every generation should be able to get higher and higher. It's a trip because we get mad at the rich people. You know, those that are poor, they get mad at the rich people. Man, the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Heinzes, and all these other, we get mad at these people. Man, they just born with a silver spoon in their mouth and went through it and they've never had to struggle. Somebody did. Somebody struggled. Somebody broke the curse. Somebody said, nope, this ain't gonna be the lesson. This ain't gonna be the legacy of my family. When you hear Kennedy, when you hear DuPont, when you hear this name, you're going to hear luxury, you're going to hear class, you're going to hear money, whatever it is that they want, hotels, whatever, you're going to hear something. Somebody had to break that cycle. Somebody had to start it. Louis Vuitton didn't have no money. I just told you his story. Michael Kors, Dooney Burke, Coach, Kate Perry, ain't none of these purses and bag makers got shit on Louis Vuitton. You could buy one of each of these bags and you still couldn't afford to buy a Louis Vuitton bag. Same size. Again, Louis Vuitton didn't come from money. His mama died when he was 10. His daddy died shortly after him. He didn't inherit a whole bunch of money. He didn't inherit nothing. Babe, you gotta use a different marker. I can't see that. Yeah, you gotta use a different marker. Whatever. Kate Perry, Kate Spade is all the same thing. I don't care. We have to grow up. Sorry about that for that distraction. We have to grow up. None of these bag makers or anything else have anything to do with Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? They can't compare with quality to Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? And so when you look at the fact that this guy came from nothing, nothing, no mama, no daddy, no family, no money, and he had to walk almost 300 miles to get to Paris. What's up with you, Sean Harris? He had to walk almost 300 miles to get to Paris so that he could start doing what he came here to do. See, most of us, we don't want to go on the journey. Most of us, we don't want to let the past go. Most of us, we can't disconnect from our raggedy, sorry family, our relatives. Most of them, I got this dude, and he ain't shit, but I can't let him go. I got my mama, I got my daddy, and they just tearing me down and telling me I ain't shit, and I can't let their ass go. We born in this raggedy ass city, and we stay in this city because everybody in the family's in the same city. And the most we'll do is move to the outskirts because we can't disconnect from our relatives. And then we wonder why, man, how come I ain't got no freaking happiness? How come I ain't got no freaking peace? How come I can't pursue my dreams? Because you're dragging people along with you that was never meant to be dragged with you. You're trying to take people that was never meant to go on your journey. You guys saw the logo that this guy, Paul Morbidelli, drew for us. A big butterfly. And again, he says, well, I made a story, I made a video, Pursuit of Our Loneliness. And it's probably the most watched video that has like almost 170,000 views. And so at the picture right here, I don't know if you guys can see this, just have it on the phone. And so when you look at the butterfly, man, the butterfly has gone through the transition of loneliness. The butterfly has gone through the transition of, man, I got to let the past go. I got to let the fact go that, man, I used to be a caterpillar and I hung around with a bunch of caterpillars. I didn't hang around with butterflies because butterflies wasn't on my level. Say it again. So many of us were caterpillars trying to become a butterfly. In order to become a butterfly, you got to go through this transition of letting the past go. You got to go into this cocoon stage of loneliness, of darkness, of doing your shadow work, of understanding, man, I have a potential that's greater than what I understand right now. Man, if I reach my full potential, I'm going to grow wings. And so a caterpillar wing seems weird. Man, caterpillars ain't got wings. Caterpillars can't fly. And so you sitting there arguing with people and trying to elevate people to butterfly status, and they're caterpillars. They don't understand wings. They don't understand being able to fly. And so many of us, we get so distracted and so twisted because we're arguing with freaking caterpillars. What's up with you, Paul? We get so distracted with the fact that, man, I can become elegant. I can become graceful. I can become epic. I could soar way above where I'm at. I could fly away from my circumstances. I could fly anywhere I want to go. As a caterpillar, you can't comprehend that. As a caterpillar, you can't comprehend flying over the gate. As a caterpillar, you can't comprehend flying up into the trees. As a caterpillar, you can't comprehend just being flying with the breeze, flying over the lake. You can't comprehend these things. And so many of us, we're butterflies, but yet we're still trying to drag our raggedy family along with us. And they can't go. They can't go because they weren't meant to go. They were never meant to go with us. What do you have to leave behind? Who do you have to leave behind in order to go into your cocoon? In order to go into your stage of transformation and becoming a butterfly? What do you have to let go of? See, as a caterpillar, man, you go into this cocoon and it's like, all right, man, I got to let go of what I know. I got to let go of reality as I know it. See, because the caterpillar's reality, man, I got all these feet and I got to crawl. As a caterpillar, my reality is, man, I'm on these branches, I'm on these leaves, and I'm eating the plants and vegetables. I'm on the ground, and with the wood, I'm on this low frequency stuff. That's all you know as a caterpillar. That's your reality. That's the only reality you can have. That's it. I see so many of us, man, we're so frustrated, we're so pissed off because we're trying to give our family, our relatives, a reality that they can't comprehend. See, you've grown some. You transitioned some. You've become a butterfly or a moth. And you're able to fly and glide, and your family can't. They've never put in the work. They're still stuck on the old ways. They're still stuck on the old traditions. They're still stuck on religion, politics. And so they can't let go of this stuff. And because they can't let go of this stuff, they can't get their wings. It's a trick. A caterpillar has a lot of feet. A lot of feet. To help it get over and to crawl around on the ground. Butterflies don't. Butterflies don't. They don't need all of them because they have wings. A butterfly has the ability to walk on a flower, on a leaf. But that's not its normal mode of transportation. It gets around by flying. See, we get stuck and we get fixated. How come our family can't move as fast as we can? How come our family can't just hurry up and let go of this? Because they're still crawling on their feet. See, you have the ability to just flap your wings and just hover and just go. See, you could go from the back of the garden to the front of the garden in less than a minute. How long do you think that would take your parents as caterpillars to walk on the ground, to go from the back of the garden to the front of the garden? And so you get mad at them because they can't move as fast as you. You get mad at them because they can't soar into the sky like you. You get mad because they can't go from flower to flower as fast as you. stop trying to drag that dead weight with you. See, as a butterfly, if you're trying to carry caterpillars, you ain't going nowhere. You're going to stay right there with them because you don't have the ability to carry them, because you were never meant to carry them. So you have to find your tribe. You have to find butterflies just like you. But you have to let go of the caterpillars in order to find the butterflies. You want a king, you want a queen, but you're hanging out with caterpillars. You want somebody to fly with you and just help you become all that you're capable of being, but you're hanging out with caterpillars. You're hanging out with caterpillars. At some point, in order to pursue our happiness, we have to understand who we are. In order to pursue our happiness, in order for us to have happiness, in order for us to have peace of mind, we gotta let go of the past. We have to let go of the past. We have to stop tripping off the foolishness. It is what it is. You want to be a caterpillar? I ain't mad at you. Stay a caterpillar. But I didn't come here to be a caterpillar. Louis Vuitton. He didn't come here to stay on a farm. Louis Vuitton, he didn't come here to stay stuck doing what his family was doing. He came here to set a precedence. He came here to raise the bar. He came here to be a beacon of hope. He came here to be a leader for his family, so that his kids and the kids after him and his grandkids and so on and so on wouldn't have to work on a farm the way he did. They wouldn't have to struggle the way he did. They wouldn't have to walk almost 300 miles to get to where they had to go. And so many of us, we miss that part of the journey. We don't want that type of journey. We want life to be comfortable. We want life to be easy and relaxing. We want life to be stress-free. And so when you look at Louis Vuitton, it's like, oh man, no. He had to walk 290 something miles as a little kid. Think about that for a second. He was 13 or 14 years old, walking 290 something miles to get to Paris. He had to ask for directions. It said that he couldn't read or write because he wasn't great at school, because he hardly ever went to school, because he was stuck at home helping the farm. And so he's depending on all these other people to help give him food. Man, I'll work for a place to stay. I'll work for something to eat. And these people giving them little odds in their jobs. And many of them was like, man, here, just stay here. We'll take care of you. Stay here. We'll give you a place to stay. Stay here. We'll feed you. And that would have been comfortable for him. A place to lay down. A place to call home. They have people around me. People I can connect with. People that I can be family with. People that have my back. People that'll look out for me. People that will protect me because I'm just a little kid. That would have been ideal for him. But Louis Vuitton knew, in order to reach your full potential, you got to get out of your comfort zone. In order to reach your full potential, you got to be challenged. You got to be stretched beyond your comfort. In order to reach your full potential, you got to let go of being comfortable. You got to let go of being complacent. In order to reach your full potential, man, I got to let go of the caterpillars. And I know these people have my best interest, so they say. At heart, they're grown people, and they're trying to look up for me because there's bad guys out on the road. They're grown people, and they're trying to give me a place to stay. They're grown people, and they're trying to give me something to eat, trying to make sure I get my education. And so they're looking out for me, but they ain't got my best interest at heart. Why? Because my best interest is I got to make this journey. I got to go through this struggle. And I got to do it alone. But we're scared of being alone. We don't want to be alone. We always want people around us. Why? Because that gives us comfort. There's safety in numbers. But Louis, as a little kid, no, man, I got to go. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for the food. Thank you for the clothes. Thank you for the bed. Thank you for the shelter in this bad weather. But I have to keep going. I have to keep going. What's got you stopped? What's made you stop growing and developing? What's made you stop dealing with your issues? What's made you stop doing the shadow work? What's made you stop trying to heal? See, so many of us will start our journey and then get uncomfortable. We'll start our journey and we'll start remembering different experiences we had and how painful they were. And then we'll get stuck. We'll get stuck. Man, I don't want to remember that no more. It's too just remembering that is too painful. That hurts too much. I keep reliving my mama dying. I keep reliving my daddy dying. And now I'm just this little orphan kid. And this lady brings me in and adopts me and takes me in. But me and her are fighting and arguing because she wants to mold me and shape me into being this person right here. And I didn't come here to be this person right here. I came here to do something else. She can't comprehend. She can't understand. Not that I'm better than her, but she's a caterpillar. And she's stuck on caterpillar frequency. All she knows is caterpillar. That's her reality. And she's trying to make it my reality. And so many of us, we have family members that's trying to make their reality our reality. You want to be a nice songwriter. You want to be a seamstress. You want to design your own clothes. That's just an illusion, and you can't do that, and that's not a real job, and blah, 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 blah. And they have all these stories to tell us to keep you stuck in fear, to keep you stuck on their frequency so that you don't leave them, so that you don't go pursue your dreams. Why you got to go to college on the other side of the country? Why do you got to go to college in another country? Why do you got to go do this? How come you just can't go to the local school? How come you just can't go to the JC college right here and then go to a 4-year college right down the street? How come you got to go all the way to California? Why do you got to go all the way to New York? Why do you got to go all the way down south? Why do you got to go to Seattle? Why do you got to go to Chicago? And we got all these stories of how violent and how crazy these places are, but that's where Louis had to go. As a little kid, he had to travel 290 something miles. What an epic journey. That's a crazy journey for an adult. To travel 290 miles by foot. As a little kid. To get to where he had to get to. So that he could be all that he came here to be. Because he believed in himself. so many of us, we don't believe in ourselves. If you don't believe in yourself, there's no way you're going to have happiness. If you don't believe in yourself, there's no way you're going to understand who your tribe is. Pursuing happiness in our tribe. Pursuing happiness in your tribe is pursuing knowledge of self. Say it again. In order for you to have happiness, in order for you to pursue happiness, in order for you to pursue who your real tribe is, that's self-awareness. You have to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, you can have all these people imposing their will on you, their expectations on you, their ideas and ideologies on you, their religious beliefs, their political beliefs. You can have all these people imposing all their dogma onto you. And they're thinking they're doing a good thing. They're thinking they're helping you and they're preparing you for the real world. And all they're doing is preparing you to be just like them. Just like them. And if that's what you want to be, man, so be it. So be it. But if you want more out of life, if you believe you're supposed to have more out of life, if you believe that you're supposed to accomplish so much more out of life, stop allowing these caterpillars to distract you. Stop trying to fit in with the rest of the caterpillars. Stop trying to be buddy-buddy with the caterpillars. Stop trying to find your king and your queen down there with all the caterpillars. You have to raise your frequency. You have to come into an understanding of who you are and why you're here. I sit back and I think about how many people have been hired and employed by Louis Vuitton. How many people have had jobs selling Louis Vuitton? What's up with you, Leslie? Man, Miss Rocky, thank you for that CashApp, that donation. And so, man, how many people have been employed by this guy or by his company? How many people have been blessed? Because this guy followed his dreams. This guy let go of the past. Because Louis Vuitton evolved into a beautiful butterfly. It's a trip because, and again, I started out talking about this. We think that all these companies, we think that all these families, they all start with a silver spoon in their mouth. They all come from wealth. No, somebody had to start them. Every single one of them, somebody had to start them. Whether you talk about the Rockefellers, whether you talk about the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, it don't matter what family you talk about. Every single family had to start somewhere. Start with somebody. Somebody said, no, I want to make a difference. No, I want more for my family. No, my family's not going to stay in this nasty ass shit. If they have to cut me off, let them cut me off. So be it. But I'm going to connect with my true tribe. I'm going to do what I came here to do. And my kids and my grandkids won't have to grow up like I did. When you look at the Fords, Ford didn't start out as a millionaire, as a billionaire. Henry Ford didn't start out like that. He started out working for other people and got fired. He got fired. Because of his vision, because of what he wanted to accomplish. It wasn't acceptable to them. But he believed in himself. What's up with you, Justin? And because he believed in himself, look at how many generations after him have had financial stability and everything else that they've had because Henry Ford believed in himself. It didn't matter what everybody else said. It didn't matter he just got fired. It didn't matter he was broke. He believed in himself. And he never gave up. He walked his journey. You look at Disney. Disney had multiple nervous breakdowns. Disney filed bankruptcy so many different times. Epic failure after failure. But he never gave up. He never gave up. I don't care what story you look at. You can look at every one of these quote unquote rich people that y'all call part of the elite. Y'all call the Illuminati. You look at every one of their stories. Every single one of their stories are the same. Somebody is like, enough is enough. I want more from my family. My family may not accept me, but I want more for my kids. I want more for my grandkids. I want more for my great-grandkids. I came here to be different. I came here to put my family on game. I came here to elevate my family. I can't elevate my family, stand a caterpillar like everybody else. I can't elevate my family, stand in the ghetto like everybody else. I can't elevate my family doing the exact same thing everybody else in the family is doing. Everybody going to church on Sunday or Sabbath. Everybody a Democrat or Republican. Everybody doing the same bullshit that everybody else in the family is doing. Ain't nobody doing anything different. Ain't nobody doing anything extraordinary. Ain't nobody going out on their own journey. And then we trip out and wonder, how come we can't get ahead? Then we trip out and wonder and get pissed, how come we can never get ahead? The rich just keep getting richer and the poor get poor. The poor get poor because the poor don't want to do the fucking work. It is what it is. And I'm not talking about physical work. The poor don't want to do the work of growing the fuck up and owning responsibility and being accountable for their life. I'm so sick of the stupid class warfare we got going on in America. There's divide and conquer bullshit. We have it because we won't grow the fuck up. We have it because we won't do our own due diligence. We think everybody rich, man. They've always been rich and they've always slain dope and they did this and they did this and they did this and they did this and we can't do this and you can't do it because you're fucking comfortable. You can't do it because you're fucking lazy. Let's keep it real. You're complacent. You lack ambition. You lack drive. You lack the fortitude to go against the grain. Because you want to be accepted by everybody around you. You want to be liked by everybody around you. You want to be loved by everybody around you. So you're not going to rock the boat. We got to grow up. And so when you look at the life of Louis Vuitton came here to show us, man, This little boy lost his mama. This little boy who lost his daddy had no identity in regards because his mama's gone. His daddy's gone. Now this lady who adopts him is trying to program him. And he's fighting against it. And see, many view it like he was just a badass kid and he just had psychological issues and he probably was ADHD and all this other stuff. But you didn't understand the fact that that little boy who fought against the grain, that little boy, he said, no, I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm not being no fucking farmer. I'm not doing this shit my whole life. Nope. I don't give a damn what you say. You can say I'm gonna be stupid, I'm gonna be a bum, I'm gonna be a hobo, I'm gonna be a homeless person. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me, but I'm getting the fuck up out of here. If I gotta walk my happy ass 290 something miles to get as away from your ass as possible, then so be it. See, most of us ain't got that type of fortitude. Most of us ain't got that type of courage. Because the truth is, we're cowards. We're cowards. And the truth hurts. We're cowards. We're afraid of being alone. We don't know who we are. We don't love ourselves. We don't value ourselves. We're afraid of going against the grain. What if they cut me off? What if they disown me? We have to grow up. And I'm showing you the story of Louis Vuitton. And what I'm gonna start doing now is like maybe once a week, I'm just gonna pick a person in history, a famous person in history, and share a little bit of their story and how they got to where they're at. And the odds that they had to chase, the odds that they had to face, the obstacles that they had to go through to get to where they're at. See, because it's easy for us who grew up in the hood, who grew up in the trailer parks, who grew up without the nice things in life, to be mad at rich people, to hate rich people, to despise wealth. And you guys hear me talk a lot about just because you have money doesn't mean that you have peace of mind. There's a whole lot of rich people who commit suicide. There's a whole lot of rich people who are depressed. So we're going to talk about that. Maybe once a week. Maybe every Saturday we'll have a different story during a live. We'll talk about a different person and correlate that to the rest of the message. And we have to grow up. Inside of every caterpillar is the potential of a butterfly. And in every butterfly, there's a caterpillar. Let me say it again. Sidney Poitier, man, that's a serious story right there. That man went through a lot, and he doesn't get the credit he deserves at all. Thank you for that. Babe, can you write that down? Sidney Poitier. I'm gonna talk about him. And so, it's a trip because inside of every caterpillar, there's a potential to be a butterfly. And inside of every butterfly, there's a caterpillar. You already have everything within you to be the best version of you. Say it again. As a caterpillar, you already have everything within you to reach your full potential. As a caterpillar, you already have the wing potential within you. As a caterpillar, you already have the potential to be able to spread your wings and fly. You have that potential inside of you. You have that potential of changing your color. See, when you look at the butterfly, the caterpillar, it's kind of drab, kind of ugly, what I mean? Hairy, no real spectacular colors to it. Then you look at the transformation, and you look at the butterfly, and you look at its wings. Man, some epically beautiful butterflies. Different oranges and purples and pinks and fuchsias and just greens and blues and just so many different hues and colors. All of that beauty is already within the caterpillar. You feel like you're an ugly duck. You feel like nobody loves you. You feel like nobody accepts you. You feel like nobody values you. You feel like, man, I ain't got a family to support me. I ain't got parents. I ain't got family, siblings that got my back and woo-doo-doo. Man, I'm solo dolo and nobody gives a fucking woo-doo. Man, we got all this stuff that we say. And you don't even understand. You don't even understand the potential of your beauty. See, because you're looking at yourself as a caterpillar. All you see yourself as is this caterpillar. You have no idea of how beautiful you really are. Because you're looking at yourself as this ugly duckling. And so, when you go through the cocoon stage, and I tell you guys all the time, man, we got to get in alignment. We got to get connected to God. And so when you look at getting connected to God, getting in alignment, doing our shadow work, the dark nights of the soul, all of that stuff, that's just the cocoon stage. That's the cocoon stage. So the caterpillar goes into this cocoon alone. And it's dark. And he dies to himself. He can't reach his full potential until he has his nervous breakdown. And see, so many of us, we've had nervous breakdowns and we didn't understand them. Man, I'm just so stupid and so weak and I just cry all the time. And we go through this thing not even understanding that's a beautiful thing. That's an epic thing. But because you don't understand it, you're going to keep going through it. I talk to so many people, man, I'm on the verge of having a nervous breakdown, and I just can't help it. I just cry all the time, Elijah. And they're messed up. And I'm proud, and I'm like, good. And they're like, well, why are you saying that? Because you have to go through that process. It's a breaking down stage of your emotions. It's a breaking down stage of your ego. It's a letting go. The caterpillar has to let go of its reality. The caterpillar has to let go of everything it knows. Has to let go of its experiences. Has to let go of its past. Has to let go of being able to eat the leaves and the branches and all this other stuff. It has to let go of being able to walk and go where it wants to go. Has to let go. And so when you have this nervous breakdown, that's an emotional letting go. You're in your cocoon stage. That's a beautiful thing. You're on your way. You're on your way. Don't give up there. And that's what so many of us do. We give up in the cocoon stage. Because we're lonely. We're all by ourselves. It's dark and scary in here. It's confusing in here. I'm trapped. We're looking at it all wrong. We're looking at it like it's a prison. How should we be looking at it? I'm in the hand of God. I'm in the hand of God. I'm connected to source, infinite love, infinite beauty, infinite possibilities. I'm in the hand of God. He's got me. I'm alone, but I'm not alone. I'm alone. I'm scared. I'm uncomfortable. And it's like, man, God has you in surgery. God has knocked you out doing surgery. And when you come out of surgery, when you come out and the anesthesia wears off, and you come back to, you're a new person. You're a new being. You're no longer this caterpillar. The anesthesia wears off. And you start moving. Because the numbness is wore off. Now I feel myself. Hold on, wait a minute. I feel something. I never had this before. I never felt this before. What the hell? Hold on, what? Now I got wings. I've never had wings before. Man, now I have to learn how to fly. Now I have to learn what the purpose of this is, how to use them. And it's not until after I come out of the cocoon that I'm able to start using them. It's not until I'm able to come out of the cocoon that I'm able to see their beauty, and others are able to see my beauty. See, they saw me as a cocoon. They saw me as a caterpillar. Because I allowed myself to be in the hands of God, of the universe. I allowed myself to go through the transition, go through my cocoon stage, my loneliness, my overwhelming fear, letting go of my desire to control everything. I had to let it all go. And I came out a new being with epic potential, with such beauty and grace. I don't look nothing like how I used to look. And the trip is, that's how our lives is. See, so people are used to you as that angry little girl, wilding out, as that knucklehead willing to fight anybody and everybody, as that loser, as that alcoholic, as that hoe, as that drug head. Everybody sees you as that. And now you've gone through your change. You've gone through your dark night of the soul. You've gone through your shadow work. You've gone through your cocoon stage. You've gone through the surgery, the hands of God, the hands of the universe. Now he's able to lift you up for the world to see as a beautiful being, full of beauty and grace and wisdom. Here, now you can soar like the eagles. Now you can reach your full potential. And show others and talk to others about the process. Because you've gone through the process of pursuing your happiness. See, because you thought money made you happy. You thought that guy was going to make you happy. You thought that woman was going to make you happy. You thought that job was going to make you happy. You thought that baby was going to make you happy. Now you're a butterfly. Now God can elevate you. Because you've gone through the process. The dark nights of the soul. God can trust you now. And because he can trust you, he's elevating you. He's showing you off. Now, your king sees your real potential. Your king sees your real beauty. Everyone around you sees your real beauty. And they understand why you've had to go through what you've had to go through. Pursuing happiness. Pursuing our tribe. It's awareness of self. It's a discovery of self. Man, I just want to show you guys this beautiful piece of artwork again. Talking a lot about butterflies today. And one of our members, Paul Morbidelli, drew this picture. And this is our logo. I'll be uploading it as the picture today. It's the sun. It's a Chinese symbol for family. And inside the butterfly right there is a heart chakra symbol and the feather. Man, this picture describes me to a T. This picture describes this tribe. This tribe. We're family. We're all family. We're a tribe here. Man, we thank you guys for your time. We thank you for your energy. We thank you for riding with us, for being a part of us. Man, until tomorrow. For the ladies, for those of you that are part of the ladies group session, we will be meeting tonight at 6 o'clock on the same email link. If you'd like to be part of that team, man, last week was epic. It was our first meeting for us, the ladies, and it's titled Whole, WHOLE, and it stands for We're Healing Our Ladies Emotionally. If you'd like to be part of that, just send me an email at We Healing Our Ladies Emotionally. Queen, if you could put that in there at gmail.com. And we'll be meeting at 6 o'clock this evening. Guys, if you want to be part of our meeting, our group tonight, today we'll be meeting at 3:30, same time every week. And the guys group is called HOME, HOME, stands for Healing Our Men Emotionally. Man, I love you guys. I thank you guys for being part of this tribe. My beautiful queen and I, we thank you guys for being here with us. We thank you for just your trust, your faith in us. We thank you for those of you that reach out to us for counseling sessions and mentoring sessions. And again, we'll continue the free sessions through the remainder of this month. Man, we love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.